Let's take a look at mid-pack petroleum leaderboard. Laughing because of a one-liner by
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. You can't say what he said. There you see the mid-pack petroleum leaderboard NCAA match win Northern Iowa. Then Hawaii second, 24-1. Then Nebraska went to Kentucky, San Diego, and Sanford. He does come up with one-liners in the middle of matches, that's for sure. He's been doing that for years.
I think that he had a one-liner after that. I think he said, I was hoping Shoji would pull Croson out because she was getting tired of serving so much. He was worried about her stamina.
25-15, Hawaii winning in the first set. Here's the second set. One thing that we have noticed about Hawaii on occasion, they let down in set number 2. They cannot afford to do that against a team like New Mexico State. Serving is DeFries. That ball's dug up by Blake. Uiato. Croson near the net. Brennan cannot get it to the outside. Tried to find Hayes. 1-0 Hawaii. Set number 2, and Danielson will go back and serve for the Rainbow Wahine. Danielson playing her final regular season match. That's an ace.
Dave Shoji flipped his lineup. He decided that he thought Michael Jordan would flip his lineup so that Brennan would be going up against Croson. And so Dave Shoji's flipped his. He's got Kanani starting in the back. And so Brennan now has Croson. She'll be going up against her.
Kuster finally gets the set she can use. It'll be 1. Serving 2. Serving will be Hayes. That's out. Good decision by Croson. She was watching it, tracking it all the way, and decided to pull off the ball. And it's 3-1. Hawaii leading. Hartung server.
Freshman picking on freshman. 2 candidates for freshman of the year in the WAC right there.
Hartung serves. Dug up by Phillips. Brennan gets it over. Hawaii finally returns it. Danielson advantage New Mexico State, but they have a net violation. New Mexico State not crisp.
Free ball there and passed it too far. At this time of the year, that free ball pass should not be forcing the setter into the net.
Hartung to serve. Hawaii leading early in the second set 4-1, winning the first set 25-15. Hartung serves. The ball dug up by Hayes. Outside it goes, and a big block. Brittany Hewitt was right there on Ziegler's hit.
Boy, Satele and Hewitt have really formed a solid block tonight. I think between the two of them, they've got half of Hawaii's blocks. At least, I think actually 3 of the 4 blocks have come from that pair.
And it was a double block that time, that's for sure. 5-1 Hawaii. Serving is Hartung. Overpass. And let's say that's a net violation. Croson reaching over.
Once again, notice the passing problems there. Even one of New Mexico State's best passers, their libero, Kelsey Phillips, struggling with Hawaii's serves.
Janae Coppage will serve now for Hawaii. Into the match for the 3rd time. 2 serving 5. Second set to Danielson. Uiato getting the ball over for Hawaii is Croson. And then the overpass again. And a net violation called on New Mexico State. And it's 6-2 Wahine. Phillips comes back into the game as the libero for New Mexico State. Brennan in the front row along with Scott and along with DeFries. Phillips DeFries from her knees. Brennan gets it over. Danielson, Uiato, ball comes over by Hewitt. And a double hit. New Mexico State really having trouble now in the second set, but it is still early in the second set, and they do have the ability to put points together. Hawaii has to keep the pressure on. Serving is Satele. Dug up by Hayes, chased down by DeFries. That ball is hit over by Ziegler.
But Hawaii's jump serve is really posing all kinds of problems for New Mexico State's passers. All of them are struggling. Hawaii's got Satele, Hartong, Croson. And you know what? Connie Danielson's got a jump serve if Hawaii really needs to go to another jump server.
Rogers serving now for New Mexico State. Blake, Oiato, Croson. Dug up by Hayes in the back row. DeFries goes outside to Ziegler, and she hits it out. Point for Hawaii. Hawaii now leading 8-3 in the second set. So here's Croson. Croson has been magnificent in her serving in this match so far. Look at this toss. Gets it in. Dug up, DeFries. Ball is hit by Ziegler. There's Croson waiting for it. Oiato, cross court, Danielson. That ball in the air by Rogers. Ball is hit by Hayes. Hayes able to get the ball off the block. Got that ball off of Hewitt. And so it is 8-4. Serving will be Ziegler.
Most of the broken play sets will come, will go to the back row, and Hayes will hit out of the back row, or Ziegler, one of those two.
Here's Oiato trying to get it over, and she does. Trickles down in front of Scott. It is 9-4 Hawaii in the second set.
So the smallest person on the court, Oiato at 5'8", going up against the largest person on the court, Scott at 6'2", the tallest Aggie player.
Serving is Hewitt. DeFries goes outside, and hitting that ball, just a power hit, is Hayes. And as you said, she likes to attack the double block, and she did so there. Comes away with a point. Hawaii leading by 4 here in the second set.
Amazing that the Hayes, for the first time this year, is playing on the left. In high school, played in the middle in club ball.
Hartong, dug up by Rogers, saved by Oiato. Maeda to Danielson, hits it out. And that's a point for New Mexico State, and New Mexico State starting to make up the stagger now. They trail by 3. 6 serving 9.
One thing Hawaii's got to watch out for is the 6-1 run like New Mexico State had in the first set.
Serving is Rogers. Dug up by Maeda. Oiato to Croson. That goes off Rogers. Ziegler is there. Rogers gets it across. Hawaii with the advantage. Oiato, Danielson off the block. Ball is pushed into the net that time. Into the net by Kuster. And Hawaii able to respond, get it down. Hawaii in double digits now, 10-6. Serving will be Oiato. Oiato in the 5th game of that first match in Las Cruces had 10 straight points. Big hit. It bounces off the head, and then another hit by Hayes.
That was an interesting play. Hawaii with an amazing stuff block, only to have it come back over on a shoulder dig, I believe. Let's see who. The ball's dug on the shoulder, and then here comes the overpass by Blake, which leads to a Hayes kill.
Serving is DeFries. Gets it over. Croson overpass. That ball is saved. DeFries out of the back row. Comes Ziegler, and Ziegler hits it long. So even when New Mexico State has a great advantage, and they had one there, they mess up. Hawaii leading by 4. 11 serving 7. Danielson with a soft serve. Waiting for it is DeFries. Outside it goes. Big hit. Great dig by Danielson. And the ball hit over by Hartong.
And the athleticism of Hartong, amazing. She goes up high on a ball that's 50-50. It could have been tapped by either team. Watch this ball as it comes up. Gets dug almost over, and here Hartong reaches over both players and taps it down. Wow.
Chasing it down is DeFries. Getting the ball across his Hayes. Advantage now, Hawaii. Big hit by Satele into the net. Saved by DeFries. Brennan gets it across. Blake, Oiato. Satele again. The ball dug up by DeFries, chased down by Phillips. Comes over, Hartong, Oiato. Down the middle comes Daniels. Great dig, that time by Phillips. Ball comes back, there's Danielson waiting for it. Here's Croson, off the block and in. 13 for Hawaii, 7 for New Mexico State. And New Mexico State calls a timeout. High quality college volleyball. Jack in the box, Jack Fact upon us. Jack Fact concerns Kanani Danielson, senior outside hitter, will finish in the Hawaii all-time top 10 in both career kills, 1,629. That is updated to the moment. And career digs, 1,128, also up to the moment. Hawaii leading 13-7 over New Mexico State. And serving will be Kanani Danielson. Danielson, another soft serve. Here's DeFries. DeFries sets up Hayes. Great dig by Blake. Hit over by Croson. That ball is in the air by Ziegler. DeFries goes to Hayes. That's saved in the back row by Danielson, Uiato, and Hartung. Hartung hitting that ball off Kuster.
What a dig by Elizabeth Blake, the freshman out of Kahuku. She just gets right in the pocket, just sets up, pops it right up. And then the end play was not very pretty. Underset by Uiato.
And let's see.
Back row attacker
on New Mexico State.
DeVries went up and touched it, and Hawaii blocked it. Makes DeVries a back row attacker.
Hawaii on a 5-point run. Serving again, those soft serves by Danielson. That ball is blocked back after the hit by Kuster. They go outside to Brennan, and she hits it wide. 16-7, timeout called by New Mexico State. Hawaii again dominating in the second set.
Let's go inside the numbers presented by HMSA. 98.3. That's the percentage of Hawaii in the regular season WAC matches. And tonight is the last regular season match. That number should go up. And oh, to be a fly on the wall in the Mexico State huddle a few minutes ago as we heard Michael Jordan tell his players, hey, I'm sick and tired of seeing you hit the ball out of bounds and making mental errors on their serves. I've got plenty of players on the bench here who are willing to go in for you, so be ready.
Danielson continues with that soft serving. DeFries to Hayes. Hayes gets it over. That ball is dug up by Uiato. Croson, double block, comes back, and the double block works this time. Brennan was there along with Kuster. Ball went off Danielson in the back row. That's a point for New Mexico State.
Very well-formed block that time by New Mexico State. Croson challenged it, and sometimes she gets those to wiggle through, but not that time. It's a good block.
Here's Hayes. Blake chased down by Uiato. Croson. That ball is dug up by Phillips. Hit by Hayes. In the back row is Danielson, Uiato. Croson took something off. That ball in the air, hit over by Hayes, and that's another point.
And Hayes' shot draws the applause of none other than Mike Jordan. He likes seeing her make a good choice of keeping that ball in play when the set wasn't just right.
9 serving 16 in the second set. Serving is Hayes. Serves it deep. Serves it out. Point for Hawaii. They lead 17-9. If you just joined us, Hawaii winning the first set 25-15. Serving will be Hartung. Gets it in. Phillips line drives it to the net. Saved by DeFries. Ball comes over. And that ball down by Ziegler. Good hit.
You know, Ziegler got moved into that position because New Mexico State, as we see her get this attack on the outside, they had a horrible thing happen at the beginning of the year when they lost a girl named Bradley Nash, who was a really powerful, strong freshman after they were up on Nebraska 2-0. She got an ACL out for the year.
Coppage serving. Uiato sets up Sattelli. And Sattelli caroms that ball off of Hayes in the back row. Hawaii now leading 18-10.
And so to finish the story, Ziegler had to go back to the outside, and Michael Jordan had to do all sorts of switching around in the lineup to make this team that he has on the floor right now.
Sattelli serving again. Sattelli, that is an ace. That went down in front of Hayes. Sattelli, one of the 3 seniors playing their final regular season game. And we can also say it's the final regular season game in the Western Athletic Conference. Serving again is Sattelli. Overpass. Uyato didn't get a good hit on that. Hayes comes back. Triple block is up. No effectiveness as Hayes gets it down in front of the triple block. And it's 19-11.
Uyato should have been much more aggressive on that swing. It was a nice overpass that she got. She could have gone, should have gone up and just banged it. But once again, Hawaii servers putting the New Mexico State passers in all kinds of trouble. 5 aces already and 4 overpasses.
Rogers serving. Pick up by Blake. Uyato step out. Hewitt, pancake dig. And then it doesn't have any loft to it and goes out, and Hayes can't get there in time. Hawaii is at the second plateau. They lead 22-11. Here comes the 3rd senior into the game for Hawaii, Alex Griffiths. Griffiths from Seal Beach, California. Transfer from Vanguard University.
Could have stayed there for the next couple of years and been the libero all full time, and chose to come to Hawaii instead, and has made great contributions.
Her consistency is worthy of note. Gets it in. That ball near the net. The freeze goes outside. Ball is blocked back. After that hit by Ziegler, that double block was superb that time.
And I think Uyato, the smallest blocker, might have gotten most of that block. We'll see right here. Watch Uyato on the outside. Yep, she gets all of it.
She was up there with Hewitt. Coming in to the game is Deirdre Fajares. Fajares, number 31.
Hawaii now with 7 blocks to New Mexico State's 3. Here's the double sub to get a little bit larger lineup in the front line. Uyato comes out. Even though she had the last block, she's going to come out anyway for a blocking specialist, Kayla Goodman.
Kayla Goodman in that front row along with Danielson and along with Hewitt. Serving again will be Griffiths. Dug up, shanked. That's an ace for Griffiths. That ball went off Jocelyn Leitner just into the game.
Griffiths did a nice job of noticing that a new player was in the game and picked on her right away.
See if she does it again. Gets it over. There's Leitner, and she shanks it again. 23-11.
Now they're going to move Leitner up to the net, change their passing pattern around. They're going to basically have 2 passers go up against Griffey right now. We'll see how that works.
23, serving 11. Ace in a row. This one off Hayes. What a night for Griffiths.
Oh, she's got to love it. This is like a career in one night.
Coming into the game is Shelby Tamura from Coppell, Texas. She comes in for Hayes.
Mike Jordan lived up to his threat. He said, I'll pull you out of the game. You're going to start passing and hitting the ball and keeping it in play. So the passers that are making mistakes get pulled out.
Aloha ball. Aces in a row to win the second set by Melanie Griffiths. That went off Tamura. Hawaii wins it 25-11. And Hawaii has pushed New Mexico State back in that deep, dark corner. And Hawaii, believe it or not, is thinking sweep.